Hello, traders. Welcome to the Metals Mania continuation stream, where something magical happened today, and I don't know if it'll continue. There's a reason maybe why it won't, at least for a minute. But wow, gold, silver, and copper all closed at records, right? Highest levels ever. We'll look at those. It's good to see Bitcoin also making its highest level of the year 2026, and fast approaching that 99.3, 99.8 inflection zone. So we'll look into all that. Big tech getting wrecked. Microsoft, beautiful TA respect. If you've been watching the streams, Microsoft was a wonderful educational moment where we dissect price action, swing highs and lows and what they represent. It was like played like a fiddle, man. So that's where the value of the stream is, man. Being able to talk about swing highs and lows and what they represent. It really just, I think if you watch, it can really help you learn yourself how to really read price action. But we'll look into that. Not looking great for big tech. It's all really the metals, man. And so again, I think maybe silver might be finally done for a minute. Okay, that impulse right there could be. I adjusted the. I know it's nuanced. It's not really anything crazy. Just kind of gut feeling here. Like that might be it. December 28th peak, that buying climax. We have run up to test that literally perfectly, and that's it, man. I mean, closed at the highest level ever, but closed within the parameters of this channel. And you've gapped down. You're already down 1% on the day. This is exactly where some sort of corrective wave could begin. Of course, maybe not, because forget TA. This isn't even, you know, what is real TA? TA, in my opinion, is like trying to identify price action correlation to levels, identify structures to give yourself an edge, but in the end, it is at best a risk management tool. That's it. So like this is beyond technical analysis, I think. I mean, you're in la land, you're in price discovery, you have structural deficits, you have CME hiking margin rates like almost every day. You know, so I think eventually, like, yeah, you'll see $100 an ounce silver in the West, but probably not today. All right, I think that was it, maybe for at least a minute, but maybe not, right? What's so crazy is not just silver in the West, it is silver in the East, it is China, it is 105, 104.50 all-time highs in China. I'm going to show you right here. It's a different chart, and on this one, it's crazy to see like a demand line like steepened, and that same exact way we anchor with the channel, it broke out of that on the 13th. And so this will reassume trading. Trading will reopen at 8 p.m. Eastern this evening. It will be very interesting to see if this continues, but we do have like an economic war going on, and China has weaponized silver. It's not a precious metal. It is a strategic metal now. That, hey, look, you know, I believe we in the West weaponize semiconductors against China. But wait a second, don't you have silver that is mandatory in those components? And China holds all the cards, all the silver, most of the silver refining is done in China. So this is we're just continuing the past few weeks seeing this widening spread. This never happened before, ever. Not when the digital age, maybe back in, you know, 200 BC, or, you know, I don't care. I'm talking about where there are computers and there's internet, we're globally connected. This has never happened. This type of huge price disparity, this huge spread. So this is the physical market. I mean, this is like you go on JM Bullion, you go on APMEX, you go to any website, you try to buy Silver Eagle, yeah, crazy premium. Crazy premium on everything physical now. It's getting more nuts, but it is, if you want to buy physical the price is more in line with China's price than it is CME, COMEX. Like, for real. You know it. So this is like just numbers on a screen. There is nowhere in the world you could ever buy silver right now for $92 an ounce. It's unheard of. Silver Eagles right now going for 105. There is no more, like, I checked other like bars and rounds and stuff. There's no more like different. It's less than $1. It's like people are foaming at the mouth, freaking out. They don't care if it's no one's buying Silver Eagles now. I guess they are. You remember the mint yesterday? They halted sales. They're no longer selling silver from the mint. So that's just like, you wonder how long that's going to last, if that's a long-term thing or not. But it's just like, we're just, you know, you have real life going on out there and it's insane. And then I'm looking at a chart and I'm looking at a supply line right here, and I'm looking at a 26% rally off the bottom of the channel to the top we saw just, you know, whatever, an hour ago, from the bottom to the top. 26% rally in 6 days on a $5 trillion asset. So, okay, man, there's like real life, over $100 an ounce everywhere in the world, anywhere you go. In some places, Dubai, it's like 120 plus, Japan, 130. So when will La Rudy Poo World, COMEX, what we're looking at, Onda, at $92. When will it catch up to reality, or will it ever? That's what's crazy. Because you're just like looking at a chart, and arbitrage always happens. But it can't happen now because there's not enough physical silver that exists to facilitate physical deliverables in the West. And I think it's bad. It's like unhealthy for the price of silver in the West to remain this low, because can't like our adversaries strategically buy low demand deliverables physically and then ship all that silver at the lower price to the East? So I just like, yeah, I don't know, man. This is something that, again, I've said it once before. I think I've been, you know, in financial markets 17 years. I've never experienced something so fascinating or interesting to me. Like, yeah, dude, oh my God, the COVID crash and the money printer, and oh my God, Bitcoin from $500 to 20K in 6 weeks. You know, those are cool and all. Those are just booms and busts. This is like a lifetime repricing recognition event. 50 years of paper suppressing the price of this strategic metal, and now it's going nuts. TDS, the Canadian bank, they went short in I think it was October or August, September, and they were stopped out with a multi-million-dollar loss. They recently, with like a week ago, like we're talking like 7 days ago, TDS, they went short again on silver at like 70, and their stop loss was at 92.50. And their take profit was at 40. So guess what, chat? TDS once again stopped out today for a multi-million-dollar loss. So with that being said, hype in the chat. But dude, look at Pundicoin, man. I want to talk about this stuff because it's so freaking crazy. I don't know what it means. Okay. So, all right. Gold, all-time high. What's up, Omar? What was that? Something, please. Jasmine. Oh my God, dude. Someone find out if he's trolling or not. Someone find out. I'm about to lose it. Did he just really ask for, he's $2 super chat and asked for Jasmine coin? About to crash out like hard. Okay, here's your golds. I don't know, I guess my work didn't save or something. we were looking at gold again was like, yeah, you have the channel like that, but you could also extend this out for the bottom to the top, and you'll have like, you know, you've got the heart line here of this channel, and it's like they're still battling. It's like they did close, you know, highest daily close ever, of course, but it's like they did have a candle close like above the heart line.
Yes, when you can. Thanks, Mitch.
What's up, 28 money? Yeah, dude, we'll take a gander for sure. So he's gonna wonder, is it real? If it is real, I mean, there's so much upside, like $4,900 to hit the supply line of this channel. But again, man, yeah, it's probably, the wave is probably you're gonna get a nice pullback maybe, and that's good, but not for anyone like a bank or anything, but because the East, they're just gonna buy up the heavily manipulated paper priced silver in demand and physical. There's copper. It was an all-time high out the gate, new day. You got pullbacks, and it's rightful pullbacks, man. I mean, that was like, it's mania. You're in mania, and you don't know when the mania is going to end, man. It's crazy. But then you've got just economists and gurus, and I understand the math on it too. I mean, like $50, right? That was the old all-time high from 1980 with the Hunt brothers. And, you know, due to inflation and money printing and monetary debasement, like, you know, I think $178 equals $50 in 1980. So it's like, we're not even close to an all-time high if you factor in inflation. That's the craziest thing about all this. And it's like, okay, well, how could this even be real? Like, how can, look at this chart, it's so vertical. There's no way we're going to get another green candle today. 4 in a row like that, no way, right? It would be like 2020 Bitcoin. Or, I'm sorry, 2017 Bitcoin. Like that last month or two, like November, December, if you remember, it was just, what the, nothing makes sense anymore. You're just looking straight up. It did correct, like they all do. Silver will, but yeah, you wonder, this is not a retail or speculative move, I think, on any of these metals. This is institutional. This is industrial. This is inelastic buyers that are like FOMOing. You think about like Tesla, you know, needing silver for its cars, its batteries, Apple needing silver for its iPhones, its computer components, right? They need that stuff, and they've always just been buying at the market, but now it's like there's a shortage and the price is going nuts, and it's like, so these industrial entities, these companies, they might be buying a stockpile of silver, and that's like kind of what's probably created a new base where we'll never see $30 silver ever again because of what's happening, deglobalization, and this economic war we have, Cold War we got going on with China. So, okay, that's your metals update. Hey, uranium, dude, uranium, you waiting, dude? We're waiting for way higher. This is a trade setup. I got calls. I'm waiting on 63 to 66 bucks up here minimum. I'm thinking way higher in time. Just remember how high this could go. The old all-time highs from 2011 at 134. Uranium. What a trend, what a setup, what a structure, what a breakout, what a back test of breakout, really. The old resistance is flipping to support past few days, and there's just more upside potential. What's up, Eric?
At Eric Morris VD7G super chatted $49.99. Silver.
That's it, dude. You're just saying silver? All right, we'll go back to this. That's a silver request. I just went into some huge discussion of it. We'll do it again. Okay, silver down 2%. It's over, right? It's over for silver. No way it's going any higher in the short term. It's got to be done for now. I mean, what's the RSI? It's not even that crazy. RSI is at 73. Overbought, certainly. You haven't seen a negative momentum candle wick, or just a wick of momentum since November 25th, since this bullish dragon pattern began. You get it, chat? Do you get it? Look what's happening. Anyone remember the trade setup? Legendary. It's the Silver Dragon. This is SpaceX's Dragon logo, by the way, if you didn't know. So it's the Silver Dragon. That was the trade of the year, kind of. Well, I don't know. Google was probably the trade of the year, but Silver. Look what it's graduated into from that trade. It's virtually doubled. So, okay, thank you, Eric, man. All right, so let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, spend time on these metals and stuff. Okay, here it is. It's beautiful, dude. Like, there's a little more upside too. Like, right, 99.3 to 99.8, maybe yeah, 100K, whatever. That's your upside. A little bit more. History shows us that, right? You just look at history to tell us what could happen, straight up and down. How many times, old man? Up and down. That's it. It's 99.3 minimum. And at that point, we'll reassess. If they can ever break that, it will probably be, if they do break it for real, it will probably be a face-melting rally straight to 106. And people will be like, not even able to... they'll go to bed, they'll wake up, it's 106, and they'll be like, what happened? Because that's typically how these reversals happen, how they occur very fast, up to the testing the 200 moving average. That would make a lot of sense. 2022, they did that. If you remember, anyone remembers, well, they almost did, right? You see like the same huge consolidation structure after a major markdown. They rallied this thing up 40% from the highest high to low. That's around where we are right now in present time. But you can see they took it to the 200-day simple moving average before the major reversal and the downtrend continued. So that's, I mean, like, that is just not out of their own possibility in 2026 that maybe if they break 100K, the 106 and the 200s tested, and maybe that's to the extent of the rally for now. You don't know. Before, at least we pull back, maybe hopefully put in a higher low and run again. So there you go, man. That's your Bitcoin update. Highest relative strength reading since October 6th, just before D-Day, 1010, and overbought for the first time since early October. Multi-month highs in the RSI. Here we go, man. We're right at 70.2. Type in the chat. Bitcoin has come back to life after just being devastated. And it's really the price. Yeah, you had a big pullback, 26, 30+% retrace in a very short period of time on Bitcoin. It wasn't the insult. That was the insult. The injury was watching other markets flourish and almost double in price in short periods of time, like silver. That was the injury to the insult. So, all right, let's go to Ethereum real quick. Cool to see Ethereum making its highest level since December 10th, highs of 2026. You know, you would just be targeting 3520, 3580 on the daily. If you're a weekly bro, you're probably targeting for 3,900. And that's about it. All right, it's up 1.1%. Nothing crazy, just kind of continuing off the bullish engulfing. I guess the bullish engulfing candle will be confirmed with fall through today, so that's nice. So low, what's up, dude? All right, man. What do you think? That's what's the beauty of odds, man. Let's go to XRP, down 1.26%, huh? But that's okay. Maybe what they're trying to do, they re-broke out of the channel, and they're trying to reconfirm it as support on the breakout, the re-breakout. Like refried beans, refried breakout backtest. Yeah, that goes all the way back to July. I wonder. Now, again, someone could try to play it if they want. The stop just below 203. But I do think, like always, right, you always do want to see like the most clear level being tested first. Deeper retrace will be better too. But hey, I mean, that bullish engulfing candle, someone could play it. Someone could just have a stop below the open of it, because you don't want to be owning an asset. If your whole point, premise, or of your thesis of your long is the Japanese candlestick re-breakout candle, that whole thesis is invalidated when the price falls below the open of that candle. That's so. All right, down today, interestingly, but hanging in there, still broken out, still just trying to back test it. All right, Solana up 0.67%, going for its highest daily candle close. Wow, since November 12th, going for the highest close of 2026 again. And above 135.81, there's just if you care about history, all you say is, okay, 159 to 162 would be a target, I guess. That's it. They failed to break down. I mean, they sellers captured prices below key levels, but they were unable to do anything with it. And the buyers recaptured the level, and now they're back testing another level as support. And now it's like, okay, the consequence historically is they run the price to 159 to 162. So okay, we'll be waiting on that, I guess, assuming Bitcoin's going to go to 99.3, 99.8, 100K. All right, nice. Those are your crypto updates. Cool story, right? Nothing insane. Okay, let's look at these futures real quick. Let's look at the S&P futures. Okay, so you had a sell-off today, but they're still holding. Remember, how am I thinking about this? What's the consensus here? Can't trust it. It's like, how can you trust this? The way the price looks. It's right there, man. They're still holding. So there's no like confirmed reversal. They still are broken out technically. All right. So no harm, no foul. No one's hurt yet. No resolution impending. I mean, it looks like actually if this structure is going to resolve, it would be impending because you are so close to the apex. That's how you know a structure's resolution is near. So that was your lowest daily close since the 5th. And they saved it, right? Like intraday, you were losing support completely. So hard to trust an asset that is broken out, but it doesn't really, the buyers are not really able to do much with the breakout yet. Flip it over, same type of thing where it's like, I just don't know yet.
At Vincent Letch,
It's Vincent, man.
432 super chatted $71.85. Hey Mitch, can
Yo.
you look at PPL on the DSX, daily and weekly? Thanks a lot again.
PBL. Thanks so much for the $71 plus super chat.
At least I have chicken.
Thanks so much, Vincent, man. Looks like Wits is still ahead unless it's gonna. Wits can't be ahead by much, right? But all right. Yeah, we'll certainly look at PPL. So I'm just like, let's see. All right, let's if this triple bullish divergence, I would like wait a couple of days. And the NASDAQ, there's no question that it's kind of like, remember what we were talking about yesterday, the past couple of days? There's this level, local level in the 4 hour, 25.7, 25.8, that very real. Going back to November 5th, they just test, fail. And it's like buyers relented. Can't just do that. You can't fail that many times and then eventually it's sellers not come in, buyers not relent. So they had a markdown today. It wasn't great. Over % losses, but hey, no big deal yet, right? Because there's no lower low. But that's just, to me, like, I can't trust the NASDAQ right now. It's very hard to trust. I mean, you had the buying climax in late October, was all-time highs, and buyers have attempted to rival all-time highs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and every time in the past 3 months, 2.5 months, whatever, no, not enough market participants to rival the high. And that's kind of concerning to me, but whatever, you know, money printer go burr, dude. It's just kind of like you can see maybe some of these individual Mag 7s, like the animal spirits, are not really there right now. Okay. I don't like this. It's like gospel music or something I'm playing, dude. Just chill out. What's up? Just calm down. Jeez. Thanks for the 500 plus here. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. I don't care. And like, you know what, man? We ever gonna get 1,000 concurrent viewers again? Probably not. At this point, I don't know. But my portfolio, I look at my portfolio and I'm like, oh yeah, 500 viewers and that's it. Okay, whatever, dude. Like, I mean, the TA sets you free. It really does. The trend is your friend. So yeah, those are your index funds. I mean the futures anyway. I guess we look at the Dow Jones. Up there, man. Some bearish divergence a little bit. Starting to show a little negative momentum as of today, but still just up there, man. There's nothing like, it doesn't look like the Nasdaq. It looks better than the Nasdaq. It looks better than the Spider right now. And they could take it. They're taking it to 48,200 and still fine. It's still in this really nice uptrend here, so nothing to worry about on the Dow Jones yet. Healthy. And the small caps that had been doing well continues, man. You're on a 5-session all-time high win streak. Record closes 5 days in a row with some more upside, mind you. This is price discovery stuff, man. There's nothing here. Nothing. Never been here before. So the small caps will, I mean, you know what would be healthy and normal. Okay, like they come and they back test, and you can visibly see. They don't just back test the horizontal line from October swing highs. They regard it as support for the first time. They also regard this demand line again locally, and it's like 1 and 2 here, and then you get a much bigger wave up, test the top of this channel. Like that to me would make a lot of sense, but of course, maybe not, right? Just trying to think here. 5-day win streak. Eventually they'll pull it back. So, and maybe you're setting up for some bearish divergence, but it's way too early to tell. Not on the RSI at all, but maybe the MACD if they start selling off. But I'm not concerned about that at all. This is such a good trend. So it's like, wow, how the Spider or the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, for so long had been the outperformers, the leaders, the better looking charts, the US. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Russ 2000 have, for a long time, for like years, been afterthoughts. Index duds, not funds, right? And now they are the leaders. They are the healthier looking charts, definitively. So you're watching that kind of market rotation. And something you could see that is indicative of that is it is a more broader based rally. The RSP showing us that history today.
I have some evidence Van Bear Pig could be in this area.
The RSP, the equal weighted S&P 500, where if every single company of the 500 had equal weighting, you can see all-time highs. Bullish engulfing candle, bullish Marabazoo today. Price discovery. Finally playing some catch up as it just been underperforming for so long. So, achieving the 1272 yesterday/today, breaking the 1272. Wow. So a broader based rally is very healthy. Like a lot of people, I remember when we were talking about or just looking at how, Nvidia and Microsoft, well, they're collectively like 15% of the S&P 500, and that's never happened before. And it's all the Mag 7s, and then the 490 something companies were garbage if you looked at them compared to the Mag 7's performance. And now it's like, things are starting to settle down a little bit with that dysfunctionality. That concentration of wealth is starting to spread out. So I think that's like not a bad thing. But then you do look at the Nasdaq and the Spider and your S&P 500, and you're like, you're kind of iffy right here. I mean, maybe a pullback might be here. Maybe we're gonna fail. The Nasdaq, you did fail, but we'll see, right? Okay, so let's real quick. I just want to show you. I love the magnificence of price action. I love it, man. Look at Microsoft. Now, I'm not like a fan of like things marking down and stuff, but come on, man. This was a play-by-play here. This is like the education involved with all of it, right? The earnings report, double top, Tower of Barad-dûr, right? The Eye of Sauron on the weekly, the little joke rally, and then the sellers confirmed the double top as a valid pattern.
Can you take a look at PSEC? Thanks.
What's up, GoldenEye? Thanks, dude. Yes. Then the sellers confirmed the double top in late mid-November with a break of the confirmation line. And they took the price immediately to the old all-time high from July 2024. Some bids came in, some limit orders were there, 200-day moving average was there as well. They rallied it, and they tested and confirmed the double top as real. Not once, but twice. See the arrows. And then a sell-off again, and then another rally. And then you could start seeing that there were subtly less market participants involved with the asset before. There was such a lack of demand on Microsoft that the participants could not push the price to test that confirmation line again, as they had done in late November, early December. And that is a subtle sign of weakness, less than before, but barely. And it has to be, you have to have a trained eye to see it, to actually understand what's going on right there. And then what happened? Once and twice. They lost the 200, and here is this follow through. That is some good TA respect. You got a bearish wave structure too. So it's like a little butterfly. It's a great butterfly. 786, lower high on the C point, and then a 1272. You're virtually there. You've hit the beginning threshold of this butterfly. And you got 455 there. But if things go south, you know, they could take it to the 1618 because it's a big inflection zone for this butterfly. They could take it to 447. And if things get real nasty, they could take it to a 192 for the harmonic optimum price, which would be around 438, which, you know, maybe there might be a support resistance there. But yeah, man, your trend has reversed. You are in a downtrend right now in the intermediate on Microsoft. That's it. I understand. Dude, zoom out. Come on. No, man, come on. We're identifying consecutive lower highs, lower lows. We're identifying forms of confirmation of supports as resistance. We're identifying signs of weakness. We're identifying 200-day simple moving averages being lost. Supports from 2024 being lost today. That's great, man. That's great to see. All right. So education. Very fun. We get NVIDIA down 1.44%. NVIDIA, well, I'm not really sure. It is so choppy, but you are witnessing still lower highs, and they did lose 183.40, which isn't great. Not a great thing, man. Not by much, but they filled a gap, but there's another gap at 174.10. So to me, it's like, if I'm a swing trader or position trader, there's nothing to do here. Nothing really to do here. We're just looking at it because it's like, you know, your largest market cap equity in the world. Great. But with little to go off of for strategizing, I mean, like shorting something, that's going to be tougher. And like the problem with shorting is like you have to be really like monitoring these markets more because of the crazy short squeezes you get, these insane pumps and rallies you get. But yeah, think about it. It's been virtually, I know it made all-time highs. Yeah, for sure. Temporarily. But you're trading 167 days have gone by. Silver has doubled in price, and NVIDIA has done literally nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Animal spirits. You're elevated, but they're not really here right now. You're not marking up. You're not making higher highs lately locally. You're not really going anywhere. So, is that the best place for your money? Not really. Tesla. Recently made an all-time high last month, but immediately reversed. And you're at the bottom. You're at, I mean, this beautiful channel. It's so gorgeous. You're just near the oversold threshold of it. You got an initial little pop there, but today wasn't very good. Down almost 2%, about 2% after hours total between intraday and after hours. But you know, you probably get a better entry around 400 to 414 to be straight up with you. But because the horizontal line support resistance is okay. Look, man, typically for me, horizontal lines are it, man. Like if you want the best trade setup in human existence and you're going by multiple different variables, structures, all that. The horizontal line correlation, the price you got on the asset, it's virtually mandatory if you want like the best chance of success. Now, of course, channels like this, hey man, they're testing it, they're holding it, they could do it again, and you're never going to see 414, 415, and it just runs now soon. That could happen, but man, just the stronger trade setups, dude, are always when you're watching market participants test old reversal points as supports. Anyway, all right. Amazon down 2.4%. Man, just can't do it. It's like pretty nasty couple days. A shooting star, evening shooting star combo right there. Pretty much, you know, what you can call it either one at this point. But you caught follow through and even more. So pretty disappointing. It looks like we're going to go for 232.50 for a test. And if that doesn't hold, my God, maybe it is cooked. Maybe you're going to 215.85 at that point. But yeah, hopefully we just put another higher low and run later. But yeah, it's a brutal day for the NASDAQ and the Mag 7s. Not good at all. Apple. Oh man, that's not really like the old 260. It's just kind of like, I think that's kind of some bearish consolidation maybe. Doesn't look great. So width.
Hey Mitch, can you look at MMTC?
MMTC. Sure thing. Thank you, Wits. Weekly top Jesus on Super Chats. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I got to look at Gomi requested a couple yesterday. I forgot to look at. It was late. I'm gonna look at his first and then we'll look at the rest, but get through. I'm just getting through these Mag 7s. We'll get into the requests. So I don't really know if I like that. I mean, there's just kind of like a lot of digestion after the markdown with just little avail. No edge on the oscillators. There's no like exhaustion. There's an unfilled gap just looming below you at 252. I wouldn't be that surprised if we got another markdown to go fill that gap. Again, like it would have run, man. Would have run. A 1272 achieved. And animal spirits and like commodities, rocks, minerals. Right now, small caps. Yeah, it's just not really here. So, oh, Meta down 2.5. It's disgusting, dude. Disgusting. I mean, they're hitting this channel here. They're hitting the demand line of it again. What we were talking about is like if you ever wanted to even think about action, you wait for a $600 test again and see if the price correlates positively to it. If they're able to defend it, you might have an M shape or something. But for now, it's in a downtrend, man. You are not in an uptrend. Anything you identify is subject to underperformance and lack of reliability. That's just downtrend behavior if you're looking for bullish stuff. And they're just not here. The animal spirits are not in this asset. This was one of the first ones in the Mag 7 to lose the animal spirits. That third peak, the collapse, that breakaway gap on extremely high volume, that was it, man. It's cooked. You're not filling that gap anytime soon. So they're going to go test 600 in time. And if they lose that, then you were looking for a gap fill on Meta of 549 back from April 30th of last year. That's unfilled. And 523, 530, that'd be a great level to be maybe identifying something. They've pushed the price back into the bearish control zone at 34, but you're not oversold, so there is more downside potential here. It wouldn't be weird. This is kind of a hands-off thing. I'm no friend of Meta right now. You can't be friends of Meta. It's tough, dude. Very tough. It looks like they're getting ready to. I mean, think about it. All that and all this chop here. It's just like this is the market participants digesting what happened, and it's like we certainly in no way can rival the previous high. Okay, well then screw this. Let's mark the price down further, and maybe there will be more of us at a support somewhere, and that's what's going on right now. The failure digestion has concluded, and they're marking it down again for a retest of some levels, and they lose it way lower. So just ugly. Google, I mean, an all-time high yesterday. A second highest daily candle close today. So strong, man. Like of the Mag 7, this is number one, and it's not even close. This is the one that has had the animal spirits in it, but it has been a slow, methodical grind upward. I mean, you go from November 25th to January 7th, and the price has done nothing until the last week of trading, and it's almost barely anything. So it's like, yeah, okay, but nevertheless, the best, overbought, and all-time highs up there. So good stuff on Google. It #1 of the Mag 7s. All right, so that's like kind of your market recap, you know, to a degree. I got dinner tonight, so I'll try to get through these requests. Good to see y'all. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully y'all having a good day. Thanks for everyone being here. Hit the like button, the bell, that sub if you can. I would really appreciate it. All right, SFM, Sprouts Pharmas. Yep. Sprouts Pharmas. Gumby was like, hey man, so I imagine you're requesting it because it's at this support from June of 2024 and a nasty downtrend. Been sideways since late October. There's maybe some bullish divergence going on. Slightly lower low just a few days ago. Piercing line reversal, caught some fall through, but you're in a downtrend. You're not in a good trend. The context isn't great. Even if they rally it, your upside potential is maybe $86. If they broke that, you'd probably have some good upside to fill the gap at 104. But I think if we're talking about, we have finite money, finite capital, we want the best setups, right? And like, do you have a harmonic here? No. Do you have like type 2 return? Do you have evidence of accumulation? Do you have a good trend on your side right now? You don't have anything really. So it's like, we can look at it and try to like theory craft and talk about levels. But to me, it's like, I just think there would be better setups, right? I'd take RR all day over this thing. Even, what is it? GX or whatever it's called. I mean, those were better. They had like higher highs, higher lows confirmed, and it's been that way. And like they're pulling back and making deep retraces in that prevailing uptrend. Like those are the ones where you want to have your money, like not in stuff like this. Just it collapsed, got murdered on earnings, and it's just been doing nothing for like a couple months, and that's just not right. That's not the best chart. So thank you. We'll look at the next one real quick. Eversource. Starting to like the trend a little bit more lately locally, but I remember last time I really looked at this. Yeah, so they've like put in a bottom, and now they got some higher lows coming in, some higher highs coming in. I like that there's so much demand now that the buyers aren't letting the price test the 62.10 level as they had done in June and September of last year. You're starting to mark up again. So I think like you're targeting for 78.63 at this point. This is one that had like a just chop city. I loved the inverse cup with handle on this one. The bearish back test of cup with handle, bear flag, and just dumped and measured move got hit. It was just a TA dream. A bearish Gartley 886 is wonderful, man. So yeah, everything's changed though. Now you're uptrending. You see that consecutive higher highs, higher lows, unlike the other one we just looked at. So yeah, if this is going to continue, there's a gap fill target 74.65, after that 78.63, and that's a big deal, man. 78.63, this could all be over. This could all be a major bearish consolidation before they put in the lower high majorly and roll it over again. But either way, for now, you look good, right? You got the deep retrace in the uptrend, and they're holding 200s, signs of strength. And you had a markup today. It was the highest close since November, so not bad on Eversource. Yeah. You got some targets up there. Okay. Cool, bro. Cool. That makes sense, man. Oh, another one from yesterday I missed. Gosh dang it, man. James Hardy Industries. I have to go to the weekly on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna level here. See this level back from 2018. Took a little zone there, major zone. I've never been on this chart. I'm on the weekly though, so that is everything. 1736, 1869. You really don't want to lose that. They're holding it successfully. There's There's seller exhaustion at the key level, which is very good. That could manifest into a rally because the seller's exhausted. Buyers come at the beginning. But, you know, you don't have more than before. You don't have any accumulation signatures going on, which is fine. You always want accumulation signatures there before rallies. Because I think when you see accumulation structures at key levels, you have a greater probability of seeing a more resounding reversal where it would be more sustained. You might even be reversing your trend overall, but you don't have that. You had like, you know, you double topped and then you made a lower low, a lower high, testing the 200 week as resistance, and then you sold off lower lows than the previous lows, and even locally a lower low. So there's like literally in no way evidence that there's someone out there accumulating more than before. But like, again, the exhaustion and exhaustion at a support, oftentimes you'll get rallies like this, but they could end up making like an 886 and then come back down. And then you'd be wanting to see stuff like develop here. And then if you get that, all of a sudden you get a low to high 886 confirmation low. That's when the turning of the tide comes in. And even here, like you had a, right? There was, yeah, look, dude, it's almost like identical to what you had back in 2023, 2022, 2023, like the lower lows. There was no evidence of accumulation. It was just the sellers were exhausted and hit a support and then a rally, initial rally, and they pulled it back. But there was so much demand that the sellers couldn't push the price back to the low, but they did test this swing low right here. So maybe that is also like a candidate area. You could see something like that. Or they rally this, it's like the same high, it's like the higher high or lower high, and it rolls over, and then you get a retest of 2045. That would be a great area too to possibly be thinking about constructing a trading plan if you were down to do that. But it's like the beginning stages. It's like you don't know yet that the tide is turning, momentum is shifting in the hands of the buyers. You don't know that. It's just because the most recent discernible event was the lowest low of this like intermediate downtrend. And you're just getting relief off exhaustion on a significant time scale. So you let this ride and conclude, and you would want to wait for a pullback and a retest of at least 20 or 1869, even 1736. So anyway, that's what you'd be looking for if you could help it. Okay, I don't know if that helps, but that's what we would want, man. And there's a supply line here. Oh, up against the supply line too. So, but you can't even trust a breakout, because then it's like, what if it just runs up to 28 bucks, makes a lower high, and the 200 moving average resistance, it rolls over again. Yeah, it's you would still, even if it did that, you would still want this. If you could help it, you would want a back test. Okay. Anyway. That's for AG. I don't know if he's watching, but QBTS, D-Wave, Quantum. Yeah, man. Turning of the tide. Buyers trying to reassume control a little bit, but maybe not. Can't tell. I mean, it's a great long-term uptrend, man. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's like an accumulation pattern or it's just like a, I mean, I love the trend, right? It's only higher highs, higher lows. They confirmed a resistance and support, and now you're starting to see higher lows come in again. How am I going to manage my risk here? It's going to be tougher. I don't know. I guess trying to think here. One of these lows.
Sharknonymous tipped $25. Cybkey, it's kinda a joke, but it's a nasty falling wedge. Cyberdyne Technologies for the Terminator meme, I guess. Man face palming emoji. Man shrugging emoji. Party parrot piano time clap.
Sharknonymous 625. We can look at that. I'm down to look at wedges, chart wedges all day. That's it though. That's the only wedges I like. Thank you. So yeah, with this one, how would you manage your risk? It'd be tough, man. I don't know. Like that's why we're RGTI bros here for the swing trade, because it's easier. This one's kind of like, I guess they're holding on to that 2373 level for now. A nice bullish and golden candle today. If it's real, I mean, like you would think target wise, maybe an 886. Like if they were really going to take this higher and continue this long-term uptrend, I mean, yeah, 43, 45. if it's not all over, like just it's uptrending, right? It's just making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, deep retrace, pivoting, holding resistance as support for the first time ever, and now the buyers are just regaining their footing with these higher lows. So if it's going to continue, I guess the only way to do it would be targeting for at least the 886 and 43.45, and then you don't want it. You probably don't want to lose 23.73 at this point. That's it. Sorry, QBTS. Okay. Pembina pipeline in Canada. Let's go to the weekly first. Never been here. Vincent, man, if you're here, can you hear me? Do you hear the audio waves reverberating? They're hitting your eardrums right now as I'm speaking to you. Womp, 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 womp. So, yeah, it's very choppy, and you are kind of below a very key 2014, 2020, and 2022 swing high. You're at it. They're trying to hang on here, aren't they? Yeah, they are trying to hang on. So it's like you have some support at $50 too. So if you're going to play it, only way to play it probably would be to like cut your losses below $50 and hope that this is real. So I think oil, what I was reading up on oil or commodity super cycles and stuff and from history, like gold will have its run, then silver, metals, and miners will have their run. And then typically after that, all that fun, oil stocks start doing their own thing. And you look at CVX and you look at the XLE maybe, and it's like, I don't know if this is classic distribution, but it's like 1,000+ days of consolidation above a key resistance as support now. So it's like, maybe it's reaccumulation. There's definitely absorption going on, but it's tricky to know which way the absorption's happening. But this is an oil stock. And it's like, I guess for risk management purposes, one thing I hate is like, I don't like this is the all-time high from 2024 of November. And then I hate the fact that you see April and October, these two highs on the attempt, the buyers are unable to rival the high. They make 886 retraces. And that is indicative of less market participants than before of the highest high. And that's like forms of confirmation of that with 1 and 2. But after the sell-off, they push the price right back down to this key zone here, $50, and they're trying to hold on to it. And they're trying to put in a higher low than the lowest low we got in August. So it's not an easy chart. Okay, it's not an easy chart. It's definitely not your home run, grand slam. You know what would be a home run? Probably this losing 50 and running all the way down to $41 and then putting in a type 2 return of a big bullish bat pattern. I mean, that'd be a lot easier. But like up, as long as it stays above 50, I think you're okay. That's all I can tell you. Above 50, give enough time, you're probably good. You got to, if you recapture 53.21, that's where we could see a nice run to $58 again for another test. So that's all I can tell you. Above 50, you're good. Still above the 200 week moving average right now, and that's it. So thanks again, Vincent. Man, I don't know if that helps. PSEC Prospect Capital Corporation. Oh god, it's terrible, dude. Golden Eye is not good, man. Eternal downtrend. That's all it does, make lower highs, lower lows. You have, right, what we were talking about a little earlier, despite anything, I want, if I can help it, I want the strongest trade imaginable. Okay, if I want to be like Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct on my trade, if I want to pull out, I want the best cake to bake, highest success probability. I want to have local structure, not just that, but I want to have local structures concluding their development at historical inflection points where I'm looking back. I don't care where it is. If it's a year ago, if it's 15 years ago, if it's 100 years ago. If I look left and I see local forms of consolidation concluding their development at those historical inflection points, that's when we have a fighting chance for an edge and a risk management. We have risk management capability. I could say that. On this, you have none of that. You have no history. You're making all-time lows. You have no local forms of consolidation or structure. It's a joke. But yeah, you're like, but dude, it's like hitting a 1272 from the previous low to high. Or it almost did. It didn't. It was close, but no. And that's all I have to say about it. That's it. Like, I don't know. Like, you could get a reflexive rally. You get reflexive rallies all the time in this downtrend. They run it up. They make a lower high, the lowest high, and they roll it over later. But to take action on this, you were just merely flipping coins. You're at the casino. You're one of those boomers with a cup full of quarters. This would be you buying PSEC right now. It just is. Good luck. The house always wins, by the way. So, thank you, dude. Sorry. I mean, you don't have to go out the weekly. That's as bad as it gets. MTC Limited on the WITS. What exchange, man? Micro Imaging Technology Incorporated? The OTC? This is all we got. MMTC WITS. Let me know in the chat as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to sit here for a few seconds and see if we can get it. By the way, daily close. Bitcoin highest daily candle close at 2026. Ethereum as well. Solana as well. Let's freaking go. Happy Wednesday, Rachel. Also 28 Money, Mitch Mula, Wayne Batson, KJ, Cactus, Wildfire. Yeah, silver is going crazy. I can't even believe it's down less than 1% right now. It's ridiculous. Again, it's like we're looking at Rudy Poo fake La La Land charts here on comics. The physical reality is you cannot buy physical silver anywhere in the world for $92 an ounce. It doesn't exist. So what does that mean? I don't know what the consequences of this are going to be. Like, I don't know. Like, do they push it down to like 80 first? Like, what? How could they even do that when 92 is ridiculous?
I think we can get a good trade here. Thanks for everything you do, Lord Mitch. Red heart emoji.
Thank you, Paper. What structure is there? Have they recaptured the key level? And are they reconfirming that level as support with forms of confirmation? No. Yeah, you just got a pump, dude. You got a huge pump. Great. But you're downtrending. We'll look. Thank you, dude, for the 20. Top one. Okay. Top one. NSE. I'm not even sure. Anyone know what exchange this is? Nice trend. Yeah, they're doing things. Oh, what the heck? Yeah. It's like, you kind of got like some Wyckoff accumulation evidence, maybe. You have the, this could be the sign of strength. This is the backup. And you're waiting on confirmation. Confirmation would be like ongoing what's happening now. What I like is you have locally. Hey, look, remember structures locally, one low and like another low here, a slightly higher low at the 200. And now you had a real nice 12+% candle today, engulfing candle that has recaptured a breakout, or at least close. I would say probably that's the, like, I get it. I think that's it. I think $68 is the candle close and the reversal there. So you have like a dragon here. You kind of have like a continuation bullish drag, and they broke out. So it's like a dragon breakout. And so probably be targeting for like $100 again. Yeah. MMTC actually, right? They're higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We have a newly established uptrend. We have a key overhead resistance that is being recaptured today. We have local forms of confirmation. Right? It is confirmed more than before, more than April. So this is weekly, I know. So that's good. It's significant. So you stay above 68, given it enough time. You're targeting for $100 and then $130, sir. Okay, Wits, it's not bad. I mean, their whole look at this. They're defending successfully the 200-week moving average. That is great. So yeah, there you go, man. So what would be confirmation of Wyckoff accumulation? Confirmation is a markup. That's your form of confirmation. And then you know it's phase E. Yeah, someone's been conducting a buying campaign. It looks like since 2013 on this thing. All right, nice stuff, dude. Wits. Very good request, man. I do declare. If you're doing live stream, hit the like button below. So thanks so much for being here. I got the silver chain on. The silver made a fresh all-time high. It's breaking bankers. Okay, shorts getting stopped out and liquidated by the minute. You gotta wonder though, can it continue? And it's like, I don't know how it doesn't continue. Maybe not immediately, but you have a $12 to $13 spread between the East and the West. It's never happened before, and the physical market is the one where, oh yeah, $105 an ounce. That's what it costs to buy silver. So why would this stupid joke paper market not catch up to that? It's like almost like screw technicals. Because like that's why I think I'm so fascinated, because it's like this goes so far beyond technical analysis. This is actual like supply and demand, economic warfare. It's wild. That's why I guess I'm so interested. Making a lot of money too, of course, right? But yeah, it's just interesting. But in the end, it's like, am I making a lot of money? Because we might just be watching like monetary debasement leg up again. Oh God. Not bad. MMTC. Okay. CY. BQY. How'd you even find this, dude? Cyberdyne? Sorry. Same situation. Like, yes, you might get lucky and it might rally. But, again, you're fighting the trend. If rallies occur off these bottoms, you have no idea when they will conclude their development. Here's like why literally nothing matters no matter what on this chart. Do you want to know the volume of CYBQY, Shark Anonymous? It's 1,000 shares traded per day. 1,000. We need 1 million minimum. You will probably get murdered on a spread. No limit orders will ever fill on this thing, ever. I don't even know. Like, you have to stay away from stuff like this. Like, if you care about your money, like, it just doesn't matter what happens. The risks are just too high on volume this low. So I have to conclude the analysis right there, because I don't want anyone getting an idea that, oh, maybe CYBQY might even be an idea. No. 1,000 volume. That's like literally, that's like that, quite possibly literally one person trading per day. One. That's it. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, please don't be upset with me about the analysis being like this, but like that's the rules, man. We got criteria, minimum criteria. This meets none of the criteria at all. So we got to just like be like, pass. Let's go look at silver again, man. For the memes. Silver, yeah. Look at that weekly candle up 15.6% this week. But is it over? It could be, man. Already off the lows. But dude, what happens if we get another green candle? What if like today the same thing happens as yesterday where it goes up 7% again? I won't even, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Yeah, maybe if silver hits 100, maybe I get another chain, silver chain, with more grams and longer. Okay, should we do that, chat? Should I just get another chain, silver chain, if it hits 100 for the memes? Look, dude, I could do this, or I could just buy a kilo. You know, like I have kilos. Real physical silver, like it's just gonna sit out on display sometimes to look at, or it's gonna be in the safe, the vault, you know. But it's more fun like wearing your stores of value, you know. So I don't know. Press 1 if at 100 we get another chain, silver chain for store value, of course, but mainly for the memes. And 2, if nah, dude, don't do that. Just go buy a Charizard card or something, right? All right. I'll let y'all decide. Legit, dude. Costs like a few grand, I think. It is an S coin, David. It's worse than an S coin. All right, MicroStrategy real quick. Well, I'll let y'all decide on what we do. MSTR is going up forever, Laura. Gapped up. Oh, they recaptured the level. The bullish divergence looks like it's finally playing out. Okay. So you got a good start. We got a good start here. Yeah, the 174, 178 level, I had not even looked at it. They did recapture it. That's phenomenal. Like, I'd like to fill the gap, though. If they could do that. And yeah, like a double bottom. Okay, so like I didn't look at it, so now I am, and it's like, all right, you could try to strategize a little bit. If like the price doesn't fall below 174, 173, you might be good to go. Like if something like that, like an exhaustion lower low double bottom actually plays out, it could have some seriously good performance. And you target for 200, 199, target 1 and target 2. Target 2. Paper cuts them. 200 and 232 would be your 2 targets on MicroStrategy. If they ever broke 232, mother of God, there's like nothing there. You could target 285 maybe, even 300. So yeah, it's starting to. I mean, there's starting to be some sort of structure here at least. So that's good. We'll see. What did y'all vote? It's pretty big deal, man. I'm letting y'all vote on stuff like that. Are you kidding? Like to not participate? Are you kidding? Only one person type 2. Do a pendant. Yeah, I could do that too. How about, we could do a poll. If silver hits 100, new silver chain, new silver pendant of my logo. How about that? Like where I'd have like my script R logo made from silver right here, and it would just hang down. So I'll let y'all pick new silver chain, new silver pendant of my logo. There you go. Because the ones had it. Y'all want something at 100, so I'll give you an option. There's the poll. Okay. When I shop around for grills and share screen. Wait, what? Iced out grills for mouth. Maybe that'll be if we hit 120. I'll get a grill. All right. Silver grill. Mother of God, dude. Oh my God. Silver is only down 0.5% now, chat. So we got through the request, by the way, everyone. So look at that. How strong is this? It's like, no way. Like, no way they're going to do it, bro. Remember, we have a 12% spread right now. Unbelievable. It's about to go positive on the day by the looks of it. And again, I'm just looking at this channel here because it's like crazy. It's like, no way. What, dude? It just went green for a moment. But you're overbought. That's the theory of this channel. But yeah, $100. I'm gonna plot it here. Make it like gray or something. Thick gray line for the pendant or the chain. All right, there it is on the screen, $100. The Subexor, thanks, dude. It was, again, the chain is for memes. Okay. I hang out with occasionally I hang out with some very high profile people that are extremely more successful than me in the YouTube game, in the world of things. And it's like a cultural thing. And it's like every time I hang out with them, you know, people wearing crazy chains and bling and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, I was talked into getting a chain. And it's like, all right. I asked and it was like, don't get gold, yellow gold, because you're too pale. Yellow gold's not good on pale people. You want like either platinum or silver. And I'm like, well, I'm making, you know, my silver trade. So might as well hoard some more silver. So that's like why I did it, man. Just store value. And also I have my neighbor, it's SF Jewelers. If you look them up on Instagram, they're great. I mean, in like a month, they had this thing made for me and no problems. Delivered it to my door. Nothing weird about it. It was perfect. Good price, everything. So SF Jewelers on Instagram. Yeah, they're my neighbors. So I did business with my friends too. So it's all like kind of, you know, it was almost like I was pushed. The universe pushed me in this direction. Dude, you're getting silver anyway. Get a chain, dude. Logo pendant, hands down. I'm gonna send a... All right, we can look back at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, had its highest close of 2026 just 20 minutes ago. Good to see higher highs and higher lows come in, breaking resistances. So don't be scared at all. Like, this would actually be pretty cool. It wouldn't be bad at all if we got something like this. And even at the extent of bad, you could do this and it'd still be actually really good. Could you get like a local higher low here? That would be healthy pullback, but obviously you may not get it. Momentum might just be too strong right now. And they take it to 99.3 immediately, but a pullback to right? They recaptured all these levels, right? And they never confirmed them as support. And that's the crappy thing about it. That's why it would be healthy and fun to see a pullback to at least 1 or 2 or 3 of these levels be reconfirmed as support by market participants. That would be nice. Minimum, great stream prop. Yeah, for sure. Indiana or Miami. Yeah, I gotta go with Indiana, man. I have to. Like, Indiana is like the oldest team like in the history of college football. Their punter is 27 years old. They're like one of their like cornerbacks was on a team with Trevor Lawrence. Like they found the loophole. They found the new NIL transfer portal loophole.
Please on weekly. Is it holding February 24 high?
What's up? What'd you say? What's up, crypto? Stockticker.net, I think, right? I think you do. Yeah, we can look at the LAE and LES. What? What's up, Tom Crown? How you doing, man? Tom Crown in the chat, everyone. Go sub to him on YouTube. Good guy, man. He might be running out of Jerome Powell fund, though, because Jerome Powell might be in jail soon or something. So Chir Powell might be bearish divergence on Jerome Powell. Gosh dang, man. Wow, what a great request, Crypto Stock Ticker. What are you doing, man? That's great. Let me show you here. Sorry. Wow. Just adjusting these horizontal lines. Jeez, man. Why is this so good? Because you've got consecutive higher lows, but now you have an old swing high, old resistance has flipped to support with a deep retrace. This is a trade setup worthy, sir. This is Hype King material. If this plays out in the Discord, you hit me up, you will become Hype King. It's kind of like a no-brainer. Where would you take profit? I think like you just swing for that swing high right there. Deep 786, retrace 4.68 to 1. Target 2 could just be literally the top. And you could have a target 3. Yeah, target 3 could be right here at 10.99. There you go. It's so simple. Like, you gotta love the trend, man. Yeah, there's like an M shape too. I don't know if that's an 886. It doesn't matter. My God, dude, it isn't it. Oh my, dude, Crypto Stock Ticker. You're not doing yourself, man. This is the, hey man, when I say bring me a trade setup worthy of Mordor, this is what I'm talking about. You got the M shape completing in great context. You have key levels being regarded as support, not once, but twice locally. They're skating and riding that 200 moving average. And it's just like, if you get stopped out, see, this is the beauty of it, right? In this situation, I think you do have an edge. It seems like you have a greater probability of this playing out up, going higher next than lower. But say it fails, you take on minimal losses. Do you understand? Your losses are cut short, tight. What's the infinite paradox? Yeah, we'll look at that. I guarantee it's not gonna look as good as this, man. It simply put right here, man. That's the ticket. So this is Crypto Stock Ticker on Hype King Watch. On Hype King Watch. And you could go a little looser on the stop too if you wanted. If things got bad on the macro, you could go a little looser, maybe below the 350 level if you wanted. But I just, again, great stuff, man. What the heck? That's what we're talking about. See, you see what I'm saying? People that are requesting assets, and I'm just kind of like crapping on the asset because the trend isn't your friend. There's no price action correlation to historical levels. There's no structural developments at those levels, right? This has kind of all of it. Harmonic patterns, trend analysis, and technical indicators. Yes, yes, yes. That's it, man. Great stuff, dude. I can't even... It's hard to find these, man. These are like really tough to find. You have to scan through a lot of freaking charts to find stuff like this. And by the way, 9 million volume, 30-day average. So you're good on that too. No problem, man. CryptoStockTicker.net in the house. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I have dinner soon. Reservations. So I gotta like do that. What the? Oh no. What just happened? Oh God, what have I done? Now I'm gonna lose all the work I just put in. Yeah, none of it saved. Maybe I can. Crap. Okay, so all the work I've done on this stream wiped out. Awesome. Well, whatever. I'll just replot it. If we ever go back to them. So annoying, man. You hit the wrong button and it just like it craps itself. Literally just, I'm gonna crap myself. Ugh. Like that's what it did. It's over. We have to refresh and you lost all your work. Nice, dude. So annoying. Okay. It's just a heart rate monitor, man. Yeah, ALGM heart rate monitor. Yeah, the inverse head and shoulders. I don't know, man. It maybe you're not at, like, if this is a range, no trend, you're not even at any level where you could manage your risk appropriately in any way. Like, there's just no way. That's it. So if you break 36.40, hey man, you're off to $48+ Great. But like, in order, like, how am I going to trade this? You can't. If you want to abide by the principles taught here, you can't trade this. There's like, where would you set your stop loss? That's the question. You always say, oh, where's your stop loss? Why? Well, I would set my stop loss up. I have no idea where, because nothing makes sense here. Your upside potential is quite possibly extremely limited. Like, there could be like almost no upside because you're about to hit a resistance. That's where the price is. You want to be, anytime you're range bound trading, you want to be at the bottom of the range, which is way down here, 1719. And then you want structures to be there. You want positive price action correlation and favorable structures to be developing at those levels. And you're just far removed from that. So there's nothing to do. Like, if it, like, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea if this range is going to break. There's not anything in the world that can tell you if that range is going to break in this situation. So you could try to be like, I'm an inverse head and shoulders bro. It's really scuffed looking. The neckline's effed up. I don't know, man. But I appreciate the contribution. I just, right. It's not there. It's not there. I can't make it be there. And I don't want to try to push it to make you think like, oh, I could go long on this and it makes any sense. It doesn't. If you're longing here, you could be set. You could have tremendous downside potential. Look how much downside potential there is. There's like 40 to 50% downside potential here if it starts selling off. Your upside potential quite possibly could be 6 to 13% upside max. That's not what we're looking for. Utilizing the formula. So, but I appreciate the contribution. Oh my God. Deep breaths, deep breaths. Keep looking at silver on the daily here. This is the dream of all dreams. This is the most fascinating thing I've seen in 17 years of analyzing markets. Nothing even comes close, really. Nothing. A precious metal becoming strategic metal, being weaponized by the East against the West. And a spread that we've never seen before, a $12+ spread that has been widening and widening. Like, I think 2 weeks ago, the spread was at 4 or 5. Now it's at 12 to 13. And if silver in the West hits 100, looks like we're going to be getting ourselves a mid-trade TA pennant to put on the silver chain. Yeah, 64% of y'all. We got, okay. Oh, man. Alabama fan coping is incredible. Bro, I'm just giving my humble opinion. Like, no 2-3-3-3-2. Like, me saying that Indiana has the oldest, on average, like, age roster is accurate. It's not coping. It's not an opinion. It's factual. Saying the punter is 27 is factual. Saying that is the new meta is factual. How is that coping? Coping would be like, man, if if Bama would have done this better, man, we would have like been able to compete. Like, I'm not saying anything that'd be coping. I'm not coping. I just picked Indiana because I think
Fighter
they have
jets flying across eastern Iraq, entering Iran.
You tell me, dude. Anonymous, you tell me. Thanks for the 420. Is that a joint? Dude, I'm so sore. Yeah, so there is no cope involved. And by the way, I'm no Alabama fan. I'm an alumnus. I was on the team for a couple seasons. All right. So like I am an objective college football enthusiast with ties to Alabama hardcore. So I have like an opinion and I'm not coping at all. Indiana, superior team. They're more disciplined, but they're the oldest. And that's like the new thing. You now have like, you have players that are like 23, 24 years old that are like suing the NCAA with attorneys to fight for a 7th year of eligibility. That is where college football is now. It's like, dude, get an effing job. Go work at an insurance company or be a car salesman or something. Stop trying to play football for 7 years in college. It's ridiculous. And you got a bunch of people that are 6-year eligible players on Indiana's starting roster. You just do. It's not my opinion. So stop calling it coping. Crazy. Yeah, Indiana football crushing everybody. I agree. I'm not saying they are. What the heck? What's up, Untamed Fees, man? 8 years. Let's do it, dude. Mr. Hightower, I don't know how you can mutter those words. Y'all are literally in the 1300s of Auburn history. 1342, 1350. That's where Auburn football, Auburn collegiate athletics are. So, hey, you say it all you want, man, but I'm sorry about the bubonic plague and
Israeli fighter jets and US
all those
fighter
losses
jets are
and
inbound.
the shambles your programs are in. I'm sorry. Israeli fighter jets and U.S. fighters are inbound. All right. This like pump the metals then. Let's go. I don't know about oil. I don't know if oil's going to pump on that. Nope. Oh, man. Look at that. Remember the supply line? They took it all the way. They took it all the way up to the supply line. They've taken it to the horizontal line support resistance. That's a big deal. I'm going to set an alert up. You might want to too if we're about to witness the U.S. and Israel joint. Is that a joint? Topple the Islamic Iranian reigning government. Yeah. What the heck? Where's my music, man? Oh, it's there. It's just quiet. So we're shooting the S for a minute. I just had like a couple more minutes. Just talk to y'all and let more people vote. Not many people voting on this America invading live Iran. Okay, here we go, dude. We'll win movement from any asset on any market. Yeah, joint toppling. Dude, does that mean they're smoking 2 joints, dude? Like, no one agreed with me on Indiana, too. Like, no one in here even watched college football. So, what the heck? 3 people watch college football. All right. Well, waiting for gold to do something. I figured, like, metals would be, like, movers, right? The movers. They'd be like, okay, time to move. I don't know isn't it so expected, though, right? At this point? Like, everyone expects the Iranian government to be toppled, so it's not really moving anything. Pima fans are not sure how to process loosing dirt necklace. The ones that have been it for their entire lives understand easily. We understand the 1990s. I lived through the dark ages for us. Freddie Kitchens and the 5-year, 6-year win streak Auburn had on us when I was in high school. Oh, I remember, dude. So, yeah, bandwagoners, I'm sure, probably having problems. Yeah, Iran did topple itself, that's for sure. Clover, opinion on U.S. Greenland conflict. Well, here's the thing, man. It's like, hold on. Risk it. Have I seen this? I don't know. I have not. What does that mean? Spielberg trailer? No. Of what? Yeah, I was on the team, Brian. The Shula years. His last year. I watched him crash out multiple times throughout the season, starting our practice over. We're like a quarter of the way through practice. He starts the entire effing practice over. And he's like a pretty quiet guy. And he just starts screaming like at us. Like, oh, start it over. Anyway, we're saying, question. Oh yeah, the U.S. Greenland conflict. Well, here's the thing, man. Europe, you have, the weak leadership in Europe has they've made themselves extremely vulnerable. Europeans generally have huge amounts of disdain for the United States and its citizens. Europeans have a pompous look of Americans, even though we're the ones that, for the New World Order since 1945, we have been funding all of your defense, and the lack of gratitude of that is starting to boil over, where we're $38+ trillion in debt, and your governments are imprisoning your own citizens for speaking out against your own governments that are importing third world migrants that are typically fundamentalist Muslims that breed 6-to-1 to the native population. So the natives have problems. No one voted for this. No one voted for open borders. Merkel opening the borders in 2015 to millions of third world migrants. No one voted for that. Okay. She just did it. And so it's like the US and the EU, value-wise, in terms of freedom, are diverging dramatically. And so EU overall is not okay. Like Poland and Hungary, a little different, but everywhere else collectively in the EU, you are legitimately trending towards communist China of values than you are towards Americanism freedom. Like, if you don't believe that, you might be watching all that government-funded EU media that has brainwashed you. But that's how I feel about it. And so, I'm not the one saying I want Greenland, but hey, you know what? If whatever, like, for security reasons, why not, man? Like, it does make sense. Europe has fallen in such disrepair, and it's become so incompetent. The leadership in Europe has become so incompetent that no longer do we even want to think about our enemies utilizing Greenland as a strategic point to undermine us on our own hemisphere. So, whatever. Who's going to stop us? Who's going to stop the U.S. if we want it? And we're just trying to buy it too. If we can't buy it, we might just take it. And then what are you going to do? Take us out of NATO? What are you going to do? You can't fund your social programs anymore, which would be really good, actually, if you think about it. If the EU kicks out the US completely and they have to start thinking about defending themselves from their own enemies on your own continent, then maybe there won't be funding for all these psycho nihilistic things that your government's doing, like, again, destroying your own native population and replacing it with third world migrants. So maybe people will start becoming more fiscally conservative instead of just off the rails green, you know, like Germany, like, oh, we're going to like just get rid of all the nuclear plants and just now you're producing more CO2 emissions than you ever have because you had to go to coal production. All that stuff will stop when the money spigot from the US turns off. Yeah. So that's kind of how I see all of it. It's very complicated. It's very gray, and there's a lot to it. It's not just, oh, I am for or against. It's way more than that. Okay. Oh, Monroe Doctrine stuff too. Yeah. I don't know if that helps or that makes any sense, but that's kind of like, okay, remember, you can hate Trump, you can hate America all you want, but there were nearly 100 million people in the US that voted for that man, and he represents like 100 million people plus in America. So oh, the Iranian real, I don't even know if that's on a chart. Let's see anymore. Iranian, maybe we have a ticker on that. Oh, there it is. The IRR paired against the US dollar. You want to see it? It doesn't look like, it's underwhelming. Monthly chart. If you want to see, here it is. There's your Iranian real against the US dollar on the monthly, and on the month. Okay. This month alone, down 96.27%. There you have it, man. Not space, Jason. We don't need to do that. We can have both. Yeah, it really is like that. It's like, pick your superpower. Greenland, you 57,000 people, one little small town in the Midwest worth of people. You want to be owned by the US, or you want to eventually be owned by China? Because guess what? That's going to happen. No one's going to stop that. Okay, chat. Well, so it's been fun. What a historic day on the markets for metals, for gold, silver, copper, all-time highs. They're pulling back now, but it's so volatile and so illiquid now. You don't know how it's going to what's going to happen, and you have a $12+ spread between the East and the West silver price, and something's breaking. Like literally, it's breaking. So I'll be back. Thanks for everything. Let's conclude that poll real quick. Okay, so if silver hits $100 an ounce in the West, like the XAG hits $100, I will get my SF Jewelers to make a Script R pendant that will connect to this chain for the memes. Okay, more stores of value. All right. So thanks for everything. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.
You're listening to M Soul Music in the Mix. Give a better sound to your life.
Good one, Gummy Man. Thanks for the 20, dude. Appreciate you, brother. Kegs.